The following is a presentation of the Austin Reed Network, now streaming for free on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
From Fresno to the Oregon State Capitol and everywhere in between, this is The Reed Report.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new edition of The Reed Report. We appreciate you hanging out with us as we are getting closer to the end of May now, and we are just days away from making it 6 months, halfway through 2023. I am Austin Reed. Connect with me on Facebook, or Instagram, or Twitter at Austin Reed on Air. We have a lot to get to on this week's episode of The Reed Report, but a quick reminder, you hang out with us every single Friday at 8 a.m. on KMSG TV, My TV 53, serving the Central California region. Plus, we air up in the Portland-Salem area on KWVT Valley 17, Fridays at 11:30 p.m. with a replay on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And we stream anytime on the Austin Reed Network, exclusively on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Here is what's ahead on this week's episode of The Reed Report. Athena Matsikis, our Greek goddess of gossip, is standing by with her report. Later, Frank Morganti III joins me to talk about men's fashion as we are getting closer to the summer months. He's got some great tips ahead. And Isla Brock from News in Hypnosis discussing fears and phobias this week. But let's kick things off with my co-host this week. It can be a revolving wheel here on The Reed Report, and that's what makes it fun. But please welcome Haley Gears. She has just joined the Austin Reed Network family. And tell everybody where you're from, or tell everybody where you're living right now, technically, but then where you're from.
All right, well, technically, right now I am living in North Carolina, in Durham. But I'm actually born and raised in Fresno County, Fresno. I'm currently living in Clovis for the summer, and I'm really excited to be working here with Austin.
Well, thank you. She's been doing a really kick-butt job. So, how's college going, by the way?
Absolutely love it. It's
Cool.
been quite the adventure moving from California all the way across the country, but I've had a blast for sure.
So, and as some of my viewers may know, I was born in North Carolina. I was born in Asheville. I lived there till I was like 8 years old. That was a really cool town. Do you like North Carolina? Do you like the vibe? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Love it. There's no 100-degree weather, that's
True,
for sure.
I know.
The summer has been quite a lot lately. It was nice 70s, and I had to, part ways with that. But yeah, North Carolina's been really cool.
All right. Well, make sure you follow her. Do you have like an Instagram that people can follow you on?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
My Instagram is just my name, Haley Gears.
Geers.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So you told me Gears, and I feel like all week I've been saying Greers or Gear,
yeah.
or I think I even misspelled her first name, so I'm sorry.
No, it's a cool story.
We'll get there. Yeah. we'll get there. I promise you by August I'll have it down, okay?
Good to hear.
Hey, you have a couple topics that we want to bring up, so take it away.
Sure. So actually just this last week, Martha Stewart was recently put on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which was quite the news for a lot of people. She's now officially the oldest woman to have ever been on the Sports Illustrated magazine cover.
That's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of people have been very supportive, celebrities, thinking it's awesome, and it's kind of a rebranding for how women can be older and still do things like modeling.
That's right. She even went to prison, too. I bet Snoop Dogg was excited about her new venture.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were really excited. All sorts of celebrities commenting on Instagram and things like that.
All right, well, second topic is fascinating. This is in relation to a Netflix documentary, right?
That's right. It's Unsolved Mysteries.
So the new version, I remember watching Unsolved Mysteries as a kid. This is like the updated version.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, and what's going on?
Well, one of the girls who was on the documentary, she was missing about 6 years ago, was just found last week in North Carolina, actually.
Oh, in North Carolina.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow. Huh.
Yeah. She went missing, and she's now 15 when she was found. She had been abducted by her mother, and someone from a local store in North Carolina just recognized the mom from the documentary, called it in, and they found her and they got her home safe and sound.
Very good. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Every time I think of that, do you remember, you're so young, but you probably will not remember this, but the Unsolved Mysteries original theme?
No.
Nope. Oh, man.
Do you?
Yes, of course I do. I'll play it for her during the commercial break, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Austin Reed Network family.
Happy to be here.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to check in with Athena now, our Greek goddess of gossip. What do you have for us this week?
Hey, I'm Athena, the Greek goddess of gossip. It is a weekend, and let's talk about the weekend. The weekend's real name is Abel Tesfaye. He wants to be known as his real name. We'll see what happens with that when his new CD drops. Post Malone's new CD drops today. As you know, the radio is playing his newest song called My Chemical. He's got new songs coming out. To tell you the truth, Post, he even admitted he's been doing some drugs. I hope he's doing okay. His songs seem to be doing okay. Jane Fonda is promoting her new movie called The Book Club. She looks great. She's over 80. She was recently on the talk show circuit. She said when she was on the set of On Golden Pond, Michael Jackson visited her. They went skinny dipping and got naked. Ew. She also said he was skinny while skinny dipping. Duh, we all know that Michael Jackson was definitely skinny. Speaking of women over 80, Martha Stewart looks absolutely amazing, making history. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I don't know if she's filtered, photoshopped, but she looks the same. And she said, age ain't nothing but a number. Couldn't agree with her more. Netflix just recently did a study of all the top shows in the States. Cobra Kai, #1 in California. North Carolina, Outer Banks, Love is Blind topped the shows in Iowa. Stranger Things topped the show in Utah. And in the world, the #1 show was Netflix. Taylor Swift. I don't know what city it was in, but you know how fans will like do this and they try to touch her. She literally stopped the middle of her concert and told the security guards, "You're being too rough with my Swiftie fans." She actually stopped the concert, and the fans got a free concert after that. Jay-Z was performing. He had a VIP area. New York City cops were supposed to be blocking and watching the party. Instead, they took his $3,000 champagne. Now they're being brought up on charges. I don't know what to think about that, but probably shouldn't have taken the champagne. But the security guards stopped the cops, so they never got the champagne in the first place. Hush, hush, enough the record, and on the QT, I'm Athena, the Greek goddess of gossip.
Okay, Athena, coming up next here on The Reed Report, Isla Brock from News and Hypnosis joins me. This week we're talking about fears and phobias. Later, Frank Morganti is talking men's summer fashion. So stay with us. You're watching The Reed Report.
Can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken. You're so mean. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why.
Spring has sprung, and Reyes Nursery in Terabella is now open. Whether you're looking for a bouquet of flowers, fresh vegetables and fruit, or even sweet honey, we have all your garden needs. Locally owned and operated, open Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. Plus, don't miss our vendor markets through the summer months. Reyes Nursery, just 2 minutes away from Highway 65.
I did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development. Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired. With spring coming and graduation right around the corner, visit jkhccc.com. or call 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712. Austin Reed Network family, if you are looking for guidance with anxiety, fears, relationship, strategies, or loss or grief of family, friends, even pets, it takes courage to ask for help. Admitting that you cannot do everything on your own is the first step toward achieving personal wellness in a fast-paced and demanding world. The good news is, asking for help gets easier with a little practice. Contact Isla Brock with Central Valley Hypnotherapy today. To schedule an appointment, call 559-749-4803. Today's episode of The Reed Report is brought to you by White Tiger Martial Arts in Fowler. Mention Austin Reed and get 50% off your first month. That's White Tiger Martial Arts in Fowler. Here's their number. Give them a call and save today.
This is The Reed Report.
Joining us via Zoom is Frank Morganti III, and he is a fashion consultant, aka haberdasher. Frank and I go way back. So first off, Frank, thank you for joining us. How you doing, bud?
Doing well. Greetings from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. For those of you who don't know where it is, it's a suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul.
So let's see. We are finally into the month of May. Has it warmed up there?
It is. You know, here in Minnesota, we had a cool spring. We didn't get much of a spring so far. Today, it was about 60 degrees with some wind, and it was what I would call comfortable warm. But with the breeze, it felt a little cooler than it should have.
Tell everybody how we met.
So we have known each other since January of 2010 at KOB Television, the NBC affiliate in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it's amazing how 13 years ago seems like 1,300 years ago with the way the last 3 years have been.
It does, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. And we've managed to correspond and keep in touch all these years. And now you've interviewed me on your other programs before, and now I'm on this one. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, and generally in the 8:30 half hour, we have a lot of local guests, but I thought we would do something different tonight because summer is coming up, and if you are looking for some great fashion tips, Frank is your guy. Now, I just gotta call out myself. I've got a little beard going. I've got, the jacket. So I look a little bit relaxed today. Fun fact, I'm in a commercial right now, so I'm having to grow out the beard.
You go.
That's the reason. So I have an excuse, everybody. But you're looking great. You're looking great.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about what you do and how you help men.
Yeah. So as mentioned, I'm a haberdasher. I work at a local men's clothing store in St. Paul called Milburn's. They've been around since 1946. And basically, we help people look their best while reaching their goals in life. That's the way I would put it. And as the year changes, here in Minnesota, we get all 4 seasons. Most of the time, it's fall, winter. But when the weather does warm up and the world doesn't stop for different occasions, there are times where even though you need to dress up, summer tends to be a little more relaxed, as you put it, a little more relaxed, a little more casual. And also, too, that has to do with temperature, too, depending upon the region of the country or the world that you live in. And what I try to help people do is look. So for the summer, I kind of, for a look today, I did some lighter colors. I did a professional look. I was running some errands earlier today, and this was one of them. And so I did kind of a lighter gray suit, blue instead of white for the shirt, kind of a sun yellow for the tie, and did a little splash of the yellow and white with the pocket square, and even did some white and blue enamel cufflinks. So that was kind of a nice little touch. And what people think about wool in general, they think hot and itchy. That couldn't be further from the truth. There's wools that are flannel, which are heavier for fall, winter. Then there are what are called worsted wools and fresco wools, which is a lighter weave and it breathes, and that's meant for more the spring, summer. And also, the Kentucky Derby's coming up and other situations like that for summer. That's where you can break out the seersuckers and the cottons, the linens. That what seersucker is cotton. It's basically broken down to milk and sugar. The ancient term of seersucker was seersucker, seer for milk, sucker for sugar. So seersucker basically translates to milk and sugar, if I'm pronouncing that right. And what people don't understand is seersucker linen, it's meant to wrinkle. You're meant to look elegantly crumpled. That's a good way to put it. Okay. And lighter colors, I express brown and blue can look good on you. So tones for jackets and pants in lighter blues, lighter browns, and you can mix it with brown accessories, like a blue suit with a brown tie, that type of thing, or a lighter gray. Going very light in color, that would be in a situation where if you're going to a garden party or a lunch where you're not going to be in a dirty environment because every little thing will show. Think of Jay Gatsby from The Great Gatsby. He was in a controlled environment. Everything was clean and pristine, and he was in his white, three-piece suit with gold tie and blue shirt. So, typically the history of the white suit, was a status symbol of the wealth because they had people to clean it for them and they were in a clean environment. So you don't have to necessarily go stark white, but you can do like sandstone or tan and still have that light color effect. Straw hats are another nice touch too.
Frank Morganti III, pleasure seeing you. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you for the advice.
I did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development. Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired. With spring coming and graduation right around the corner, visit jkhccc.com or call 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712. Thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Austin Reed On Air. I'm here with Isla Brock from Central Valley Hypnotherapy. And today we are talking about phobias and fears, and you have a way to help people.
I do. Fears and phobias. First of all, it's deciding whether it's a fear or a phobia. Fears tend to be something that they can actually, something that's known, something they had an actual experience of. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, if it's a fear, it's typically because you had an experience that was negative to public speaking, and now you just can't do it. Or maybe you heard about people, this is the phobia side of it, I'm afraid of public speaking, and you get real nervous about it, but you don't really have an experience to back it up. Right. So you're going to be okay in it. There's no history behind that phobia. Okay. It's just something that suddenly happened. I can talk in front of, I don't care how many people.
Really?
But I will have knobby knees. If there's 10,000 people that I'm talking to, and I'm a sign language interpreter too on the side, so I have interpreted in front of thousands of people. And at first, it can be like the first 30 seconds. I don't have a fear of it. Yeah. I don't have any bad experiences of it. But there is going to be the butterflies and all that. That will go away when you know, okay, this is just a phobia. But the fear, no, you're going to be in the bathroom throwing up and sweating and other things.
Sure. There's a difference.
There's a huge difference because you have an experience to relate to it. People might be afraid to fly because they did have a horrible experience. Turbulence was like horrible going from A to B. Yeah. Well, turbulence never crashed a plane. As far as I understand, there is no such thing. It doesn't work that way. And if you learn about flying, you can probably get over that fear. But one of the things I do with hypnosis is help people desensitize that fear to something that they would prefer. I want to feel good about the idea of flying. So maybe the fear of snakes or whatever, it just becomes like turning on a light switch now. It's habituating it, it's removing it. It's just like, it's a memory that you had. It's no longer there anymore. It's gone.
So I want to talk a little bit about when somebody reaches out to you, what's the process of working through an issue like this?
So, well, I'm going to first determine if it's a fear or a phobia. One of the very first questions is your diet. I'm going to talk about the diet because blood sugar could be a very big factor in whether or not you have created a fear or a phobia. Some people, just because their sugar level drops, whatever's going on, subconscious mind is being triggered. Could be a song that's going on, an event that just happened recently, like maybe in the last 30 minutes or a couple of days, and your subconscious mind is now, with this blood sugar drop, it's going a little nutty because it doesn't have glucose. You need a little sugar. You need a little, eat a piece of fruit or something, but you're going a little irritable and it's triggering something and it doesn't know. So the subconscious mind can attach itself to whatever's happening. You may not even realize 10 years later, you still have this fear of heights, but you never had it before. And it's like you've been able to rappel mountains and climb trees, and all of a sudden now, but we're going to go back. Maybe there was a blood sugar drop, and somewhere along the way, maybe your eye gate saw a tree that maybe reminded the subconscious mind that was a tree you climbed when you were 5 or 6, and now all of a sudden you're afraid to climb trees. It has nothing to do with the reality, because again, subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fact or fantasy or reality. It just knows what it knows. And that's what it's going to take you to. So what I do is I just help you collapse it.
And it could be a number of sessions. It could be
one session.
It
just really can depend on what's going on and you. I don't determine an amount of sessions it's going to take. It can take one or it can take several.
Real quick, I want to talk a little bit about, you have something really fun, and this is kind of separate from hypnosis. A dating event. What is this?
I do a speed dating event in Visalia at my office. Okay. It meets the third Saturday. You can catch it on Eventbrite. Speed dating in Visalia.eventbrite.com. There's a small charge for it. It's the third Saturday of the month. It's a lot of fun.
Every month?
Every month.
Okay.
I have it scheduled with Eventbrite through the year.
Beautiful.
So it's going to be, I started doing it in January. And it's been slow. This last month in April, we had 18 people. Nice. And I was the 19th one. Yeah. Kind of thing. So my boyfriend and I actually host it. Okay. So, and it's a lot of fun. You come in and you're meeting up with people, usually of like age. I have a 30 years or older gap. I don't want the 20-year-olds in there because 20-year-olds are real easy to find their own dates. Okay, come on. Or if you really are in their 20s, and you want to have one, call me and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I'll also be starting one eventually, hopefully this year, for gay men.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I was talking to an organization in Visalia called The Source for the LGBTQ, and the director, he loves the idea, and he was giving me some helps how to make that work for men. Right. Start with men and then see where I can branch off into women.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
lots to come.
See what happens. Yeah. So interested? Give me a call.
Phone number, website. How can people reach out?
People can reach out at 559-749-4803. 559-749-4803 is my phone number. Call or text, it's always with me. Or my website at centralvalleyhypnotherapy.com.
All right, Isla, thank you so much. Good to see you.
You too.
I'm Austin Reed. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back with more right after this.
The mission of CFS Worldwide is to provide therapy vests to those with cystic fibrosis who live outside the U.S. In the U.S., generally any CF patient can get this vest through insurance, public or private. But outside the U.S., in the developing countries where we normally serve, these vests are just out of reach.
Since the inception of CF Vests Worldwide, we've delivered over 160 vests to over 42 different countries. We have a list of over 100 people who are waiting to get a vest in their country. With your tax-deductible donation, you can help us be able to afford to be able to send these vests there. So please visit cfvww.org.
Okay, so I promised that I would do this and torture Haley with this. Earlier we were talking about Unsolved Mysteries and the new version on Netflix. It's much different than the original version. I mean, not like insanely different, but it's just been updated. So, but I asked Haley, I said, do you remember the original theme? And she said no. Well, she thinks, well, maybe she has, maybe. All right, let's see. I'm just going to play here. We'll just play it from my phone. What? Yep. Yeah. Good job. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great upcoming weekend, and we will see you next week only on The Reed Report. Bye-bye.
I did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development. Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired. With spring coming and graduation right around the corner, visit jkhccc.com or call 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712. Austin Reed Network family, if you are looking for guidance with anxiety, fears, relationship, strategies, or loss or grief of family, friends, even pets, it takes courage to ask for help. Admitting that you cannot do everything on your own is the first step toward achieving personal wellness in a fast-paced and demanding world. The good news is, asking for help gets easier with a little practice. Contact Isla Brock with Central Valley Hypnotherapy today. To schedule an appointment, call 559-749-4803.
Austin Reed, weeknights at 8, only on MyTV 53 News. Would you like to be a guest on MyTV 53 News? Or do you have a story idea? Send us an email to news@mytv53.com or call our 24-hour news hotline at 559-412-2825.
Did a mock interview with Jackie. She knew right away that I was shy and quiet. So instead of jumping into the interview right away, she spent time with me helping to develop my elevator pitch.
Do you need help landing your dream job? Get career training from a professional recruitment coach. Serving over 1,000 clients, JKH Career Coaching and Consulting brings over 15 years of experience in student career guidance and workforce development. Student memberships and group discounts are now available. Don't get left behind. Get the coaching you need to increase your professional skills to get hired. With spring coming and graduation right around the corner, visit jkhccc.com or call 559-307-7712. That's 307-7712.